What's up, people? Mike here, and this is Batman Arkham Origins New Game Plus guide. So, uh, this is the post Royal Hotel, um, and we'll be moving on to back to the GCPD morgue. This little moment here, this Joker battle room. This was when I first played the game and I got to this moment. This was like the most random moment in the game, I think. Just because, the whole point after the Royal Hotel is that Joker is talking to Harleen Quinzel. And basically with this game they use his backstory that he was a struggling comedian. And this whole battle is him fighting the audience. It was the most random thing ever. Well, not random, but it was just not something I was expecting in the game. And just the way Joker fights in that thing is really cool. How he like leapfrogs over a guy, or he uses his hand buzzer as a weapon. And after that part, there's a whole sequence of you walking as the Joker with the Red Hood helmet on, and then one of the same process, but it's Batman walking through the Batcave, but he's flashing back to his parents dying. And there's I didn't see the point of including those because there's really nothing. It's just you walking from point A to point B. So I just included the little Joker fight because I want to say that you probably can die during that fight, even though it's, you don't have a health bar, and it's essentially like during a cutscene. But I would assume that you probably could take enough damage where it'll fail you or something. I'm not sure, but yeah. So. It's a fun little thing. I'm not sure if you can play as the Joker in the challenge mode, or if maybe that'll be like a future DLC pack or something. I honestly would, maybe this is just me, but I would like to do maybe like a short like DLC story where you're playing as the Joker. I don't know. I'm not sure how they would work, like how that would work as like as a mini short like DLC game. But I think it'd be interesting to do. It could be like, not connected with the actual game, and it's all like his fucked up like fantasy world that he created, where instead of it you playing as Batman, it's like it's the Joker, but he's like the process of him, taking over the city or something, or I don't know. It would be an interesting thing to play if it was done right. So, as I'm doing these voiceovers, I've finished the game on New Game Plus. Fuck that second boss, Bane boss fight. The second half of it isn't as bad because you get the shock gloves from just non-stop, so you can really, fuck Bane up pretty good. But that run attack is still pretty fucked up even on there. But luckily during that one you have enough guys in the room where you can actually kind of leapfrog over them and manage to avoid the charge attack most of the time. It doesn't always work out. And I think that part right there is where you can get a data pack, but I had already gotten that my first time, so. And So, very short, you know, we go back to the morgue because we get a report that someone that looks like Bane got brought in, but it's only one of his henchmen. And we eventually, you know, at this point now we need to track Bane down. And yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. This is me getting lost because, you know, I don't know.
I should hurry to Bane's location before I lose the signal again.
When you first, at the beginning of the video, like when you have to get into the sewers, I don't know if you have to go that particular way, or like when you first had to get into the sewers, where you had to go by, I think it was like the Hamilton Hotel or something like that. I don't know if you could go that other route through the sewers, or if it's like you have to go this way for the objective. And I got lucky here because I happened to just hit the 26 miles of flight in the game, so I got that achievement to pop up. That kind of threw me off because I didn't realize what the hell it was at first, and I didn't want to bring up the achievement info, mostly because like I wasn't sure if there was a chance that I might like fuck up during this fight and somehow die, being that they both have guns. And the thing that sucks is that there's a jammer on the wall there, so I couldn't even really find out like who or how many guys I was dealing with. So and as you can see, I'm getting pretty fucked up here. So basically, what I should have done from the start was the heavy armor guy. I should have thrown the glue grenade at him and then just focused on the the three lesser guys, and I would have made that fight somewhat easier on myself. But I deactivated the jammer just because I figure when I come back through here on for collectibles and shit, it'll make it easier, because I'm sure like those enemies probably will respawn there when you come back later on during free roam after you beat the game. The issue I have with this area here is that you get a checkpoint when you come in through that doorway. You have two sets of fights here. You got this one and the next one. If you should die during the second fight, it puts you back at that door. Like, there isn't a checkpoint after this fight, which I didn't realize at the time, because the first time I went through this area, I got through both of these fights with no issue. So I didn't even realize that there wasn't a second checkpoint in this. So when I died during the second fight and I was back at the door, I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? It really is making me have to redo this first fight again. So this first fight I had to do 3 times because of me dying during the second fight, and then I died during this fight. So this first area I had to do 3 times, and the second fight thankfully I only had to do 2 times. Mostly because of a tactic that I thought of after the fact when I first went through the area. So this first fight is annoying just because of the heavy armor guys. There's one of Bane's henchmen. There's a riot shield, and I should have activated the power gloves, and I'm not sure why it took me so long to finally do that. But if I had done the power gloves a hell of a lot sooner, I probably would have gone through this fight quicker. But I just really wasn't paying, not paying attention, but I just wasn't focusing on what I should have been doing. So, and
I should try to use my glue grenade to create a raft.
and then just like in Arkham City with the ice grenade, we use the glue grenade to create a platform so we can pull ourselves across water. And it was funny because the first time when I was going through the game and I first noticed the pipes that had steam that you couldn't do anything to, I was like, huh, I wonder if we're gonna run into Mr. Freeze. But we don't, because instead we get the glue grenade. I guess in the context of the story, Batman hasn't met Mr. Freeze yet, or something. So yeah, right through that door is the next group of enemies, and there's quite a few of them, along with two of the Bane henchmen, which those guys are fucking annoying because if you don't block their attack, they just grab you in like a chokehold, and then one of the other guys will just run up and start punching the shit out of you. So laying down the explosive, I managed to knock down 4 guys. If you're quicker on the triggers, you can probably do knock out at least maybe 2 of the guys. But I wasn't quick enough on it, and then I was trying to take out one of the Bane guys, but it didn't work out quite like I had planned. But this fight, I activated those power gloves as soon as I had the chance. And the way this fight ends is kind of weird because I have these 2 guys down and I'm trying to do the takedown move where you jump on top of the guy and he punches him in the face. But for whatever reason, just Batman wouldn't do it. And this fight just kind of ends where the guy just crumbles. It was weird. I don't know if like the game was glitching or like what was going on, but I couldn't do that kind of takedown move. So, yeah.